Hi everyone, welcome to today's live feed. We are getting logged in. I'm getting logged in right now at the auction site. Bidding commences in 7 minutes and 25 seconds. It's an intense, an intense day today because this is our biggest sale yet. This is the biggest sale we've ever done here at the auction house, and there's so much on the line. We have all kinds of wonderful things going through, a lot of really great items from our shop, and years of picking, years of looking for stuff comes down to this. So we're really hoping that we're gonna have a big sale. It's gonna cost somewhere between $70,000 and $80,000 or so to put the building up. So we're pulling out all the stops and trying to get as much money from the sale as we can so that we can actually start to get this the sale up and rolling. What I understand is that this is also going to be a live sale, so they should have an auctioneer who will be able to hear doing the auction play. So this is going to be exciting. It's going to be lots of fun. We are just gearing up right now. The auction house, I can see at my end here, is also just getting ready to go. With any luck, they'll get started before too long, and we'll watch where things go. I'm going to keep track of things as they sell, and you know, we'll see. We'll see. Right now, it's anybody's guess what things are going to go for. We put everything in from an old Land Rover to you know, Picasso to you know, you name it. There's an 1800s flintlock pistol. There's as much cool stuff as I think I could wrangle up there. We're hoping that it's going to be enough to have a big draw. So I'm going to get the tripod. Yes, Alex actually owns a tripod. We're going to get the tripod set up here. And look, I have a squeaky door at the store, and I've got a squeaky tripod here at the house. Actually, that's my chair. So bear with me here while I get you guys set up, and we'll watch and we'll view this together and see how things progress here. Now, when you log into the auction site, there's a few things that you see. There we go. That's a little bit better right there. And you can see I was looking up a Jag Mark II the other day. That's what I had an opportunity to buy, was one of those. That's what the guy had. Not a bad looking car, but you know, I don't like buying them in, well, I don't mind buying them in pieces, but I don't really want another big project at the moment. So in any minute, I'll be able to open up this screen, which will be the auction itself. That's when they go live. We can kind of see with, you know, as they start showing things, we should be able to see where bids are at. So I'm as nervous as any of you guys are, I'm sure. Well, you guys probably aren't nervous because you get to watch from home, but for me, I'm nervous because you know, there's an awful lot on the line here, and it's just one of those things. I like that they did put you know, a little video up too. Let's see.
Was made by Pablo Picasso. I should say made. He did the design for it. He had,
oh look, there's a video of me.
Do it for.
And they put like emotional sounding music. Oh boy. But you know, this is the piece that's, you know, a shot in the dark. It could be anywhere between, you know, 10 and 15,000 or 15 and 30 or 30 and 50. Like really, you don't know. It depends on who's going to be bidding and who's going to be watching the sale. So any minute, we are going to be able to see what's going on here. Let's see. I'm going to log into their other site here and see if I can get an idea of what things are bid at right now. Oh, it's saying live now, so I can't even really see what the current bid is. Oh yeah, $2,200 for the Dali. Boy, I better make sure that I'm ready to go here. 2 more minutes, guys. Okay, in the meantime, what I'm gonna do is flip this back around and I'll talk to you. Look, I'm in the awkward position here. I've got the camera set up for the auction. I'm going to keep my eye on it, and once they actually get going, we'll flip it back around. But hope you guys are all doing well. Hope that everybody's out there having a good time on this Saturday morning. I'll probably cover off the first 20 or 30 items or so, because I don't want this to be a crazy long live feed. And I will do an update after the fact. I don't know if I'll do it on YouTube, but I'll do an update at least on Facebook anyway, and let you guys know what the total result was. I'll probably do a live feed at some point with Melissa tonight. Melissa's on her way to the farm right now with her mom, and she's gonna go visit and take the kids out there while I spend the day watching the auction and doing this little video, and at some point painting my garage. And yeah, you know, just doing some renos around the house and keeping things tidy. Yesterday I was working on Abigail's bedroom, so we got that totally repainted for her, and it looks good now. Somebody said you should make a website for the store. I have a website for the store, but it's just an online business card. The reason for that is that our items sell so quickly that the amount of time it takes to make an online, like a click add to cart sort of website, is probably why like the Pawn Stars or American Picker guys don't have a website where you can really, you know, buy anything other than merch, because the antiques sell very, very quickly. So that's why we don't have a website for that. I do list things on Facebook and Instagram if you're ever looking, and then sometimes we do these big auction sales where you can see and buy things that you saw on our episodes, on our shows, and we'll ship right to you. So Peg2 says, what kind of antiperspirant do you use? Apparently, I might need an extra dose of it today. You know, I am sweating the auction a little bit, but you know, at the end of the day, things are gonna go for whatever they go for. And there's gonna be some stuff that's gonna go low. There's a few things in here that are much lower than they should be. And there's some things that are higher. If you're wondering where the Picasso piece came from, I actually did a video last month called We Found a Picasso, and that's where I saw it in the people's house. The story on that piece is that they had, oh, let's see, somebody said the auction video started. Let's just see if we got the video going here. They had an art gallery, the family that had that Picasso piece, for probably 30 years. And, oh yeah, we've got video. Okay. The volume's a little bit low in the auction house. We're gonna flip the camera around. Okay, we're just gonna get this flipped so we can show you guys what's going on. I'm gonna write them. So that's Sean, and that's his dad. Those are both, that's Sean Kastner, who's running the auction place.
Yeah, we charge a 15% buyer's premium plus the GST and all the other.
Okay, look.
And
okay, I told them volume was low and they fixed it.
We will have your credit card or your debit card, and we will charge your account at the end of the day for whatever you've purchased, so it'll be paid for in full. And if there's any,
you can see my writing down there.
And they will help you out.
You can ask some questions too.
Are we okay? Yeah.
And
the volume good?
We're gonna increase the volume slightly.
Okay. All right, we're still testing, just to be sure.
Yep.
All righty. And it is an unreserved sale of beautiful, unusual stuff, and unique items that you will never see anywhere else.
Yeah, that's the nerve-wracking thing when it's unreserved.
I just hope that you had a chance to have a look at them, either online or in here, but I guess that's about all I got to tell you. I think we're just about ready to go as soon as we get the last little thing done.
We're gonna increase the gain just a little bit more.
All righty. And we're just finishing adjusting everything here because we're selling from a different position than we normally do. So we just had to get everything set up over here.
Somebody's asking, what are you hoping to get for the Dali?
On your computer.
I don't know. I don't know what to expect from the Dali. I'm hoping that the Land Rover goes, you know, 8 or 10,000. The Picasso, who knows? You know, it's the overall figure that I'm looking at for this sale. I'm hoping that we hit somewhere around 70 or 80,000 today. Hard to say. Hard to say. Oh, look, the little video's playing.
ass load of stuff brought over to the auction. And I can tell you, this has been a lot of work to bring the sale together. That's the original logbook from the SS Lexington, which was a pre-World War I or World War I era aircraft carrier.
Actually sank in World War II.
1942.
Yeah, there you go.
1960s U.S. Air Force fighter pilot flight suit. This was used by Major Jerry Burry, who was a Cold War pilot and also trained some of the astronauts. This vase not only has the original artist sketch, but it has a picture of Mary taking it out of kiln. Gene Autry guitar, Wilmot black powder.
I have the volume as loud as I can, guys.
$6 million man. Even has the thermos to go on. Dated 1953. This is a very early run for Picasso.
Oh, it's a nice little video. Okay. Oh, and then it's back to them. then they're back.
All right. Are we
Okay.
running? Okie dokie, folks.
Here goes nothing, guys.
We'll take a little more time, Norton, than we normally do at our normal sales on Sundays, because these items certainly deserve it. And we hope you had a chance to look at these items and know where you want to go on them.
Oh, boy.
Punch your bid in, and we'll see it on our screen. All right.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Roll here, and all right, here we go on this one. This is the original 1963 Salvador Dali Divine Comedy, The Avaricious Print. There you go. Have a look here. And is it on there? Yeah. All righty, there you go.
2,200.
5,000, 5,000. Hit 5,000. I'll be it again. I got 22 online. 23, 22, 2,300. Hit 22 about 23. It's an original. 22, 23. Hit 2,200. Zolan Bidney 2,300. I'll it again.
This piece was done in 1963.
Hit 22. Zolan Bidney 2,300. I'll it
Oh.
again. 22 and 23 and 23 on an original Salvador Dali. Hit 22, 23. Hit 2,200. 2,300. Last call for 2,300. It's no money for that piece. Hit 22 and 23. Hit 2,200. Zolan Bidney 2,300. I'll it again. 23, 2,300. Yes or no? 24.
Oh, there we go. 23. It went up $100.
No money for that. 23 and 24. An original Dali. 24, 25. Hit 24.
24. Okay. I was getting worried. There was no, it looked like it was stalled out for a minute
Hit
there.
24. Zolan Bidney 2,500. I'll bid it again. 25, 25, 25. Last call. 24 and 2,500. Last call. Yes or no? Get your bid in. 24, 25 if you want it. Last call. Want to sell it? 2,400.
Oh, 25.
25, 26. Hit 25 and 2,600. Enter it, wait it again. 25 and 2,600.
Part of the reason why they put these items up first is that if people were saving up their money to buy this, if the expensive items go first, then they have money to spend. If they didn't win it, then they'll spend money on the other stuff the rest of the sale.
7 where yes or no at 27. Going to sell it. Hit 26 and 27. Yes or no? 26 and 27. Going to sell it at 26.
Oh, there we go. 27.
Hit 27, 28. Just in time. 27, 28.
That's Canadian funds too, so that's probably only like 2,200 US.
27, 28. Hit 20 with the certificate, with the COA. 27, 28. Hit 27 at all bid me 28.
28.
Again, 27, 28.
Keep stalling, guys.
28, 29. Hit 28 and 29. 28 about 2,900. 28 and 29. Last chance. On an original Dali. 28 and 29. 2,900. 3,000. 31. Hit 3 about 3,100. A bit again. 31, 31, 3,100. With it again. 3,000.
$3,000. Okay, we're getting that's it. Almost went up $1,000 in the last minute, guys.
31. Yes or no? 31. 31 for an original Dali, 3,100. Hit 3 down 3,100, but again 31-2, 31 down 32, 32, 32. Hit 31 and 32 and 3,200, but again 31 and 32.
32.
32, 33. Hit 32 and
33.
33.
Don't give up, boys. Keep asking. Keep it going.
33 and 3,400, with it again 34, 34 to go. Yes or no? 33.
Amish says this is surreal.
At 34. Hit 33 and 3,400, with it again 34. An original Salvador Dali. 33,
34.
Hit 33, 3,400, with it again 34, 34. Let me see. 34, 34, 5. 34 and down 35.
35.
Hit 35, 6. 35 and 36.
It seems like there's two people who want it.
600, up it again, 36, yes or no? 35's all of it, 3,600, up it again, 36 to go. Last 36, 37. Boy, oh boy, 36, 37. Hit 36 and 3,700, up it again, 3,700, up it again, 36 and 37 and 38. 38, 37 and 3800, 37 and 3800, bid it again, 38, 38, 38.
You just know they're waiting to bid at the last minute.
37's all bid, 3800. Last call, 38. Gonna sell it. 37 and 38, 38, 38, 38, 38.
38, there it is.
38 and 9, 38 and 39. 38 and 3900, bid it again, 3900, bid it again, 38 and 39 and 39 and 39 and 39. You'll never see these again. 39, 4.
$4 grand.
4,000, 41. 4 down, 4,100, bid it again, 4,100, I'll bid it again, 4,000.
People are asking what's it worth. It's, you don't know what something like this is worth because they don't come up for sale that often. This is a authorized woodcut, like a print that Dali did back in '63. Has the COA from Paris. Somebody bought it in 1986. It's actually really nice. When I got it, it was unframed, and I had it framed in the sort of mid-century style frame. I think it actually sets it off really nicely. It looks good.
42 and 43 and 43 and 43 and 4,300. We're doing it the hard way. 42, 4,300. 4,300. Where yes or no at 43, 43, 43 to go. Last call at 43. Yes or no? 43. Come on back. 42, 43. Yes or no? Now's your chance. 4,200's all of it. 43. Yes or no? 43. Yes or no? Last call. 43, 43, 43. Yes or no? 4,200, 43.
Okay, guys. Any guesses? You think it's going to sell 4,200? Is it going to go for more? What do you think?
43, 43. Yes or no?
Maybe that's it. I don't know. If you're going to click that clicker, you better do it now. Oh, it's gone.
4,200.
Okay.
The money, 59.97. The buyer.
We're getting there, guys.
Next lot. Here we go on this one.
I drove this vehicle from my house to the auction. It drove perfect. It's kind of like driving a tractor.
And we got 6,500 started, 7,000. It's 6,500, 7,000. It's 7. Where we did again, 75, 7,000.
There's got to be bids on this guy.
65's all of it, 7,000. I'll bid it again for 7,000.
Totally restored, those things can be like close to 100 grand if you find one in really nice shape. But it's a good little vehicle, you know. It's an Alberta registered vehicle. Just depends on if the right guy's on.
65 and 7, 6,500, 7,000. I'll bid it again. Okay. 65 and 7, 67 and a half, 65, 67 and a half. It's 65.
Oh, well, this is right now disappointing. That's not where I need it to be.
67.50. Should be worth all of that.
It's worth more than that, guys.
Yes.
It's a good running vehicle. Well,
67 and a half. Gonna sell it. 65's all of it. 67 and a half. Last call at 67.50.
wow, that's cheap.
Somebody's waiting there, but if you don't get in fast, it's gonna go. 65, 67 and a half. Yes or no?
Okay, well, it is what it is.
Sold it. Oh, no, yeah, sold it. 6,500, 63.35, the buyer.
Okay.
And now we're moving on to the next one. Here we go.
This is the big one.
The big one today.
75 bucks. What a deal.
Picasso with red earthenware face.
Let's hope it doesn't go for that.
It is an original Picasso, has been authenticated, and there you go. And
yeah, 38, number 38 of 150 that Picasso made.
This piece, an early ceramic, dates to 1953, painted and finished at Madura. This was produced as a limited run of 150, and is a difficult piece to find. In excellent condition.
It is difficult. Usually they only come up at Sotheby's or Christie's like maybe once every 5 years.
There you go.
They're in museums, folks.
Ready to sell it. Here we go. We got 17,500 to start it.
Oh, well, hey, that's a big jump from 75 bucks.
18,000. This is an original and one of a very rare. 17,500. 18,000. It's 17,500 and 18 and 18 and 18.
Oh boy.
18,000. I'll bid it again.
It's got to go, guys. 18.
18, 19. 18 to down 19,000. No money for that piece. It should be worth about 40.
No, the last one sold for over $50,000. The 48,000 US plus buyer's fees. This is a third of its value, so
18.5, boy, oh boy, 18 and 5.
come on, somebody out there's got to know its value. Somebody out there must know what it is.
18.5, yeah, in the province, probably in the country. 18.5, 18,000 is all a bid. Need 18.5 to have a piece of history. 18,000, 18.5, and 18's bid. 18.5, where you're again. 18.5, 18.5, 18.5. Last call. 18,000's all a bid. Need 18.5, yes or no? And 18.5, 18.
Oh, they got to come in.
18,000, 18 and 5 for a unique piece like that. 18.5 and 18 to down.
There we go, 18.5.
18 and 18.5, 19, 18 and 5, 9.
19. There we go, guys. Now they're starting to come in.
Down 19.5. Where you gonna gain 19.5? Boy, oh boy. 19 and 19.5. Yes.
If they're not going to say it, I will. These pieces never come up for sale, ever. This was in the same family for over 30 years.
What you're buying, 19 and
Over 30 years.
Been authenticated, 19 and 19.5. Hey, 19 and 19.5. Waited again, 19 and 5, 19 and 5, 19,005.
19.5. 20.
And 5. 19's all up in the 19.5. Waited again, 19, 20, 21. 20 down, 21,000.
Oh, I'm going to puke. Keep going, guys. That's a big chunk in my building.
At 20,000, 21. At 20 down, 1,000, 21,000. I'll get it again. How about 25? 20,500. At 20 down, 25, 25, 25. At 20 down, 20 and 5, 20,500.
They never come up for sale.
$20,000 in the 25. Where yes or no? At 20 and 5, 20,500. At 20,005. Yes or no? At 20,005 and 5 and 5.
I'm just writing the
20,250.
25. I'm trying to write the auctioneer at the same time.
21,000.
21.
Hit 21 and 21.5. Bid it again. 21 and 21.5. Bid it again. 21.5. 21,000's all of it. 21.5.
Last owner had it over 30 years. That means you won't see this piece again for probably the rest of your life. Once in a lifetime, literally.
21, 21, 5, 21, 5, 21,000, 25, 21, 5, 21, 5, 22.
22. Oh, let it climb.
22, 22, 5. Hit 22,000 bid now 22, 5. Bid it again. 22, 5, 22, 5, 22, 5. Where yes or no? 3, 23. Hit 22, 5 and 23 and 23, 5. Hit 23 and 23, 5. Wait it again. 23, 5. Boy, oh boy. 23, 5. We're nowhere near
23.
the value of this piece. Very
No,
unusual.
still less than half price.
Hit 23,500. Bid it again. 23 and 5. 23,500. Hit 23 is all of it.
23.5.
And
24.
23, 4, 25. 24 and 5. 24,500. At 24 and 5. Hit 24 and 5,000. I'll bid it again. 24,500. Yes or no? Hit 24, 5. Now 25.
25. Oh, I'm going to puke, guys.
25, now 3, 25, 27, 6, 26, 25, 26, or 26, 25, 5. 25, 5 will do. Hit 25 and 25, 5. Bid it again, 25, 5. Where you it again, 25 and 25, 5. Yes or no? Gotta sell it. 25 and 25, 5. Boy, oh boy. 25, 5, 26. Hit 25 and 5 and 26,000. I'll bid it again, 26, 26 to you. Yes or no? Hit 25 and 5 and 26 and 26, 5. 26,000, 26,5. Yes or no? Hey, 26 and 26,5. Where are we again? 26,5. Up to you. 26,000. Let me need 26,5. Yes or no? 26 and 5. Come on back. One more.
Come on, guys.
26,000,
Let's keep going.
Hey, 26 and 26,5. Where are we again? 26 and 5 and 26 and 5 and 26 and 5. Yes or no?
Somebody out there, one of those bidders who's at 25 or 26 knows that if they buy it,
26 and 26,5.
they could probably flip it at like Sotheby's and make 20 grand on it.
You won't get another chance. At 26 and 5. 26 and 250 if you like. 26 and 250. We'll break it down.
There you go. Don't lose it over 250 bucks.
Hit 26 and 5. 26 and 250. 26 and 5. Where are you able to go again? 26 and 5.
They take a longer amount of time with these big items, guys. The other ones will end quicker. They won't be as
26 and 5. 26 and 5. Hit 26,000's all of it. 26, 5, 26 and 250, 26, 5. Hit 26, 250, 26, 5. Where yes or no? 26, 5. Up to you. 26 and 5. 26, 2.5. 26 and 5 and 5.
Right now somebody's checking to see if they can spend the money.
5. Yes.
250 bucks, you should buy it.
5. Last call. You won't ever see one of these come up on auction again in Canada, that's for sure. 26, 250, 26, 5.
Yeah, they should talk about rarity.
26 and 5. One more time, going to sell it. 26, 250, 26, 5. Where yes or no? 26, 5. Up to you. Up to you. 26 and 250, 26, 5. Hey, 26
Misspelled
and 5.
rarity. Oh well, whatever.
26 and 5. Where we get it again? 26 and 5. Last call. 26 and 5. At 26 and 5. Yeah, you can bet that. Picasso is never going to make another one of these. There are very few left in the world, and we happen to have one today, and we're at 26 and 250. At 26,250. Very unusual to see one of these. 26 and 250, 26, 5. Up to you, but we got to go. 26, 250, 26 and 5. Yes or no? 26 and 5.
It's a 35 of 150.
30. It's a limited edition as well.
Yeah, 35 of 150, yeah.
35 of 150. That was the whole run on these, and I'm sure there's only a very few left. We're at 26,250.
The lower the number, the more valuable.
You betcha, of course.
Yeah, most of them are in museums, actually.
26, 5. Up to you. 26, 5. Gotta sell it. 26,250. Come on back. 26,250, 26 and 5.
Okay.
No.
Well, they're only going to give it another minute or 30
Yes or
seconds
no?
probably. It's going to sell. I can feel it's going to sell, guys.
26,250, 26 and 5. Yes or no?
Sold.
Gonna sell it. Sold it.
Woo!
26,250. And here we go. And the buyer number. I guess it doesn't really matter too much.
597.
59.97.
Okay.
He lost it.
What do you mean he lost?
He lost the bidder.
Oh no.
What do you mean you lost the bidder?
All right, we have a little glitch here on the computer. We're at 26,250.
Oh, okay.
And 26.5 is what I'm asking for. 26,250, 26 and 5. Hit 20. Oh, what happened here?
Oh, 26,250. There we go.
26,250, 26.5. Hit 26,250.
Boy, they must have had a glitch.
We'll give
It's
you
back
another
up again.
chance. We'll
Okay.
give you a glitch here. 26 and 250, 26 and 5. 26 and 5. Last call. And 26,250, 26.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. What's going on? Now it's a different buyer.
26,250.
This is your last chance. There was a glitch. Somebody can bid.
150 at 26,250, 26 and 5. Yes or no? 26
Ah!
and 5.
What's going on?
26 and 5. Where yes or no? 26 and 5.
Oh.
Gotta sell it. 26,250, 26 and 5. At 26,250, 26 and 5.
Oh my goodness.
26,250 and 26.5. Yes or no? 26,250 is all I'm bidding. 26.5.
I didn't want to send it to Sotheby's because I didn't want to risk it getting, I didn't, you ship it and you don't know when they're going to sell it. We need to get this building up now. Kastner's great because they'll actually pay me at the end of the week. So it's quick turnaround.
26 and 5. At 26 and 5 and 5 and 5. Yes or no?
26.5, 26.5, 26.5.
26 and 5, 26 and 7.
Hey, I'll take an extra $250. That's enough for paint. I could probably paint the whole inside of the building for $250.
26.5 is bid. 26 and 750. Where yes or no? 26.750.
Janine, where are you? Oh, she missed it.
26.5.
Whew.
26.5.
26.5. Oh my goodness.
Here we go on the next item. And what do we got here? We have the RMS Titanic hat given to survivor of the wreck. So there you go.
Melvina Dean, she did dinners here in Edmonton back in the 80s and 90s. She was actually a baby on the Titanic, but she promoted these events to make money for herself. So that came from one of the dinners with her. Nice piece. Actually, it's a real sailor's hat with the RMS Titanic ribbon around it. It's a cool piece. It's not off the Titanic. You should know that.
325, 300 bid now, 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 1/4. Where yes or
That's
no?
a nice hat. $300. Okay.
Yes or no?
I think I had it at the shop for like $350, so that's pretty close.
One of a kind, 300.
No, there was no reserve on the Picasso. I made money on the Picasso, guys. I made money on the Picasso.
3 1/4, very unusual. 300.
325.
3 1/4 down, 350. Hit 3 1/4 is all bid. 350. Where it again?
Look, I know that guy.
350. 3 1/4 down, 350. Up to you at 350. 3 1/4 down, 350. 350. 350.
Picasso just ended, Karen. You just missed it. Yeah.
Absolute honor to own something that has such a history
You
to
bet.
it as well.
And authenticated. There you
That's
go.
okay.
At 3 1/4, 3 1/2.
I just wrote them.
3 1/2. Hey, 3 1/4 down, 350. Where are you going again? 350.
You can see my little notes. I just said sell it. Don't worry about it. It's done.
I sold it. 3 1/4, 64.32. The buyer. And on the next piece, here we go.
This is a weird piece, guys. The guy got this from, he lived in Africa. He was a missionary. This was used as a circumcision drum. They would do this ritual, the Nabilis tribe, and the young men would march down the street beating the drum. Not headed to a party, I can say that much, but that is an authentic piece that they used and made. Hey, for $20, it's a conversation piece, let's put it that way. Or a way to scare your young lads into doing their chores around the house.
25, last call, winning bid 25, yes or no?
There you go, $20, fine, whatever, that's okay. It was a weird piece, don't even ask why I bought it. Sometimes I buy things because they have a weird story attached to them.
Milk. There you go on this one. That is, oh yeah.
W. Lippincott. This is a neat piece. Melissa and I had this hanging in the in our living room for quite a while, and then she wanted to go to more of a nautical sort of coastal theme downstairs. I like it though.
175. They can still hear me, I think. Yeah, 150.
Derek.
175. Derek, we need you. 150, 175. Hit 150 and 175. Where? Yes or no? 175.
Oh, the frame's worth 150 bucks on that. Yeah, Amy says the frame is worth $150.
But we get them fixed up. And here we go. 150 is all in Bidney. 175. Hit 150 and 175 and 175 and 175 and 175. 150, 175. Where? Yes or no?
It's a nice piece. Actually, W. Lippincott, this being an etching or woodcut, he's a known artist. You can look him up online. He is a known artist.
Yes or no?
That's fine.
175, 150 now, 175. Where? Yes or no? 150, 175. I gotta hang on here because we still have to get our screen right back on. And here we go. We're at 150, 175.
That's a nice piece. Somebody's gonna like it. You couldn't buy that at a store for 150 bucks.
175. We're back now, but you better stick around. 150, 175. 150, 175. We got it. 150.
I wish they had a...
Hey, 150 is all in 175.
Oh, there it is.
Yes or no?
A slightly better picture of it.
160, 170. I can do it up to 200. I can take a $10 bid. 160, 170. Hey, 160, 170. You bid it again. 170, 170, 170, 160.
Try and back that up a little. Anyway.
160, 170. No money for that picture. 150, 160, 170, 160, 170.
So the next couple pieces aren't mine, but it'd be kind of curious to see what the furniture goes for. The prices of the furniture was kind of low. You know,
170 and 180. Where you gonna get 170, 180, 180.
Rover went too low, in my opinion.
170's all in 180, 180, 180.
But we're...
90, 180, 190, and 180.
I'll flip it around for a minute after this one sells, and I'll chat with you guys, because we have 2 lots before we get to my next one, which is this dragon. So I'll flip it around and I'll chat with you all.
190 without 200. Hit 190, 200. Hit 190 and 200. I'll win it again. 200, 200, 200. I'll win it again. 190.
I mean, at 200 bucks, somebody's just buying the frame in glass. That's what they're doing, and they're not even taking consideration that the etching is valuable. Oh, a couple $100, that's good.
Now bids have to be $25 bids at least. 200, 2 and a quarter. Hit 2 and 2 and a quarter. Win it again. 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter. Win it again. 200, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter to go. Yes or no? 2 and a quarter, 200 and 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter. Hit 200 and 2 and a quarter, 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 and 2 and a quarter. Last call. Hit 200's all of it. 2 and a quarter. Yes or no? Going to sell it. Hit 200 and 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter.
They're taking more time with this auction sale, guys, because they're specialty items. Normally they go through a lot faster. So look, this beautiful. This isn't mine, but this armoire is only 200 bucks.
Antique solid walnut cabinet.
That's not my piece. I don't get into furniture for this very reason. Hard to get top dollar out of it, and it takes up a lot of room. Okay, guys, I'm gonna flip it around for a sec, and I'm gonna chat with you. Let's see, how do I pause this? There we go. Okay, guys, I'm gonna flip the camera. Hi, hello. I'm still here. Yeah. This is, and I'll let you know what that furniture piece sells for in case some of you guys were wondering. It looks like the furniture sold for 190 bucks, that big walnut cabinet. So a lot of people say, why don't you sell furniture? It takes up a lot of room, and you look at the margin in that compared to like a little hat or something that sells for twice the amount. Takes up a lot of square footage. Anyway, Picasso could have gone for a lot more, but honestly, I'm happy with that. I still made money at that price, even when they take their commission. In general, you know, we're still doing well. Our goal here today is to reach an overall number. Our goal here today is to reach as close to, I don't know, $70,000, $80,000 as I can. Right now we are at almost $37,000. That's pretty good, right? That's a lot of, this is all, it's not like I, running this antique store, have a lot of money in the bank. All my money is in this stuff. So I've been putting this building together based on, you know, saving a little bit of money and doing things piecemeal at a time. But as we get closer to putting the foundation in and getting the building up, I realize I'm gonna have to have a whole bunch of money all at once. So the point of this auction is for us to sell, 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 and that's what we're doing. I'm gonna flip it back around. This is one of our pieces. Oh, 250 bucks the dragon sold for. Okay. Yes, Josh has pickle rack.
What is this? Power.
This isn't mine. This is somebody else's train set. But yeah, I'm gonna answer some questions. I'm gonna mute it for a second, and I'll try and answer questions. So you can ask them, and I'm watching the screen. Our items start again at the next one, which is the Coke tray, and continue on for a little bit. yeah, you take your wins, you take your losses. The Salvador Dali sold for probably what it's worth. I think that was about retail on it. The Picasso sold for potentially half of what it's worth, but you got to have the right people in the room. Considering this is an auction house in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada that normally deals in, I don't know, like industrial stuff and some antiques and collectibles, they did pretty good. They got a respectable number for it that is similar to what some other bigger auction houses have got. And there's nothing saying that even if I sent it to Sotheby's, I would have gotten more than what they got for it either, because you don't know who's there. Let's see. I'm just reading, hope to see, the vintage TV is coming up much later. I'm just reading some of the listings or some of the questions right now. I think I'm not stressed. I just really hope that this is going to accomplish what I hope it's going to accomplish. So let's go back to the auction.
1950s Coca-Cola tray with the girl. There you go. And have a look. Nice shape. There it is. Have a look here. 30, 40. Hey, 30.
That's actually in really good condition. This would be, yeah, like late 40s, early 50s, somewhere in there.
At 30 and 40, 30 and 40.
All these little things add up, though. I bought this one from a gentleman who was on a Hutterite colony. Don't know why or how they had a Coca-Cola tray out there, but they did. I bought two of them off him, the Santa Claus tray and this one.
50, 40, 50.
$40 Canadian, that's probably about $30 US or so, I'm going to say.
40 and 50 and 50 and 50 and 40 and 50, it'll again, $50 win again, 40 bid out, $50 win again, 40 bid out, 50. Last call. 40's all a bid. Need 50. Yes or no? It's 40 and 50 and 50 and 50. Going to sell it. 40 bid out, 50. 40, 50, 40 bid out, $50 win again, 50.
Well, 40 bucks is cheap on that.
40, 50, 40, 50, it'll again, $50. Last call, and I sold it at 40, 64, 32. And the next item is
sewing machine.
Sewing machine. There you go. Tabletop. Singer sewing machine.
It's funny, that lady who's winning right now is another antique dealer in town. So it shows you that there's other people who bid that are dealers, so she must feel that she can get more money out of it at her shop than I would out of mine. I don't typically buy case sewing machines like this unless they're the smaller ones, like the featherweights.
Hit 70s, all of it, need $80, bid again, 70 and 80. Yes or no? Sold it, 70, 63, 84. And we're going along, and the next one.
This was cool. This guy went to New Guinea and got this years and years ago.
New Guinea spear, here in carved. Here we go. We got 130 to go.
It's very intricately carved. It's a pretty cool piece.
130, 140, 130 down, 140, 140, 140, 140, 130, 140, put it again, 140, 130, 140.
Somebody says zero disposable income right now. It depends on who's watching. There's a lot of folks out there investing in antiques and other things too. People are putting their money into silver or commodities, and some people are investing in antiques. So whoever bought that Picasso has a, no, it's more of a walking stick. Actually, it's not a spear, but that's fine.
140. Last call. 130, 140. Hit 130 is all a bid. 140 where? Yes or no? At 140, gonna sell it. 130 down. 140. Last call. 140. Yes or no?
Yeah, there it goes.
Yes or no? Sold it. 130, 60, 15. Going to San Antonio, Texas. Yeah.
People buy things like this little race set.
1960s fine Grand Prix race set.
They might put it on their shelf in their garage.
And here we go, 12.5.
Just a display. They like it because it has the advertising of the gas station on it. FINA, not fine, but FINA. For $12.50, that's a fun little graphic, and it's got all the track and everything in it, so that's cheap. Like if that was at a garage sale, somebody would scoop that up in a hurry for 12 bucks.
15.
Yeah, that's dirt cheap right there.
15. If you're done, I gotta be 12.5, 15. Yes or no? Gonna sell it. Sold it. 12.5. And I didn't catch the number.
6381.
6381.
I am.
Oh, good. You betcha.
This is the next big one that's coming up for me. This isn't mine. There's a couple other people's items in here. I'm going to flip it back around and talk to you guys for a second here.
There you go. Have a look.
There we go. Okay, I'm going to flip it back around and we'll talk a little bit. Okay, so yes, we are live right now. I'm only going to do a few more listings here because well, this could take quite a while. I think what I'll do is I'm going to get to lot number 2032, which is one of there's a run coming up of Mary's pottery, and that is really I'm interested to see what Mary's stuff is going to go for. Boy, my head is awfully close to that camera. Sorry, guys. I'm like leaning towards the screen, and you've got like close up of Alex face there. I apologize. So I don't want to bore you guys with showing the whole auction, but you know, yes, things are going to go high, things are going to go low. This auction accomplishes two things for me. Any auction does. Yeah, I lost money on the Land Rover, lost money on that, but I made money on the Dali, made money on the Picasso, making money on most other things. At the end of the day, the idea is here is to take a whole lot of stuff that we've had sitting around the store and try and turn it into some cash so that we can do something with it, something grand with it, put up this little building. So you have to have these sort of goals in mind. I have a number in mind that I need to hit, and that's close to $80,000 if I can get there. But you know what, folks, we're almost halfway there already, and the auction's only, you know, 15 lots in or so. We've got a ways to go. So fingers crossed that the rest of the stuff starts to get up there in price, and we'll see how things play out. I'm gonna flip it back around in a minute here. I'll answer a couple of your questions too. There are some other unique items that other folks are putting through. I hope you don't mind my commentary while the auctioneer is talking. You'll have to kind of bear with me here as you hear both of our voices. So let's flip it back around, and we'll get the volume turned back on.
Here we go on the antique two-door sideboard. And
so this isn't my piece, but I'll be curious to see what this goes for.
And we got 140 to go, 150.
Probably turn of the century.
150, 150, 150, 140, 150.
What they call brown furniture, wood furniture, if this style isn't necessarily in right now. If you had to pay somebody to make that thing for you, and this isn't my piece, but I'm just saying, if you had to pay somebody to make that for you, you'd be looking at probably like $1,000 or more to buy that at a store new, like a high quality piece. But you get an antique piece like that, look, $150.
Last call for 160.
So,
Gotta move along now. 150, 160.
not a lot of people buying that kind of stuff. That's why I don't do a lot of furniture.
Yes or no? We got 150, need 160.
See, that's fair, right?
150, 63,
If you like that type of furniture. Oh, okay, this went up since last time I saw it. Okay, I have to tell you this story about this. The lady I bought it from was 80 some odd years old. Her grandfather got it off of she told me off a steam train. It's probably late 1800s. It's the same style that would have been used on a steam engine, like a steam tractor. But she had it completely restored and nickel plated. But that's the risk sometimes is that originally it would have been black. Yeah, actually it has the wick and the lamp. It's just beautifully restored, but that doesn't necessarily add value. But we'll see. If somebody's a collector of train lanterns, you never see the headlamps come through. That's a rare piece. Usually you see the signal lamps. Yeah, that's a locomotive, steam locomotive. And an old one at that too. There you go, 650, okay. Oh hey, this next piece, guys. This next piece here, I got that out of that, I did the video, the massive hoard of collectibles. It was like the 2 stories of collectibles. Kathleen says, Sotheby's takes 50%. Yeah, Kathleen, we got a good commission rate off of the auction house for that one. So yeah, we probably got the same price Sotheby's would have got for it. For us, anyway. He folds in half and folds flat. There you go. See, with something like that, I had that sitting in my garage. Had no idea what it would sell for. I figured it was worth about $100 or so. Honestly, $60 to $100, I'm fine. It can go. It's one of those things I don't have room for at the shop anyway. There it goes. That's fine. I don't know what this is going to go for. This was my dad's. I don't know where he got it from. He was a big Beatles fan. The Beatles with Rory Storm and the Hurricanes at the Tower Ballroom, that's got to be early 60s, I would think. My dad was a big Beatles fan. He had almost every type of Beatles album there was, and that was hanging in his office forever. So I bought whatever was left from my mom. 140, 130 down, 140. But it's a neat piece. Have no idea what year that thing is from. But it's cool though. That's probably about right. $140 or so. And Mary's Pottery is coming up soon, guys. So a few more lots and we'll be getting into some cool stuff. Well, no, this isn't cool.
150 down, 160, wait again, 150, 160, again, 160. Last call, 150, 160, yes or no?
There we go, 160.
170, hit 160 down, 170.
It's so funny. Every time there's an extra $10 bid, I think, oh, that could buy me lunch at the store one day. $10, sure. That's lunch. I would never. Maybe I'm a cheapskate. I don't even walk past like a penny or a nickel if I see it on the ground. I'm like, hey, look, change.
170, last call. 160's all in mid 170. Got to sell it. 160 down, 170. We're able to go 170, 170, 170, and I sold it. 160 the money, 6,300 the buyer. And here we go.
If that's at $10, that's dirt cheap for. That's an original Bill Evans trio. If you're into jazz at all, which I do like jazz. I don't like smooth jazz. Like Bob the Bottleman likes smooth jazz. That's like Kenny G and stuff is smooth jazz. I like bebop and like Miles Davis and $10 is really cheap. That's way too cheap. I can't even watch. That's missing a zero. Oh, it's missing a zero. That should be $100 or more.
Yes or no?
Oh, okay. Not happy about that one, but that's fine.
And here we go on the next item. There you go. The vintage print of the 1888 Mounted Police.
I don't know what year this is from. It's probably from the 60s or 70s, but what's neat because it's an 1888 Mounted Police Outpost map. It shows you all the Mounted Police outposts were in Canada, or I guess the Dominion of Canada at the time. I think when Sean holds his hand up, he's basically saying that's it. I think he's saying that they're going to end it.
It's on its way to Newfoundland, it looks like. 60 and 70, 70, yes or no?
Okay, that's fine. I probably paid that much for it. That's fine. No money made on that guy.
Here we go.
This shotgun, I think I paid $120 for it. So hopefully it goes more than $7.50. I'm into it for about 120. The only thing I could tell was that it's missing the hammers. Oh, okay, well there, I've made a little bit of money on it.
At 170, 180, a little bit of 180, 180, 180, 180. 170, 180.
Yeah, I think the only thing it needs is the two hammers. It's actually not that bad. It's not like it's broken or anything. There's somebody took the hammers off it. It's black powder.
180.
It's a wall hanger. Hang it above a fireplace or something. Put it in a lodge if you got a... That's the sort of thing to make nice decoration.
Yes or no?
That's fine. It can go.
Sold it. 170.
So I probably made after auction fees, maybe made $40 on that last piece.
And here we go on the original 1950s Santa Coca-Cola tray. Yeah, sure. Well, you can just take the barrel off. Here we go. The 1950 Santa. There it is. On the Coca-Cola tray. Good shape. There you go.
This is the other Coke tray I got.
45, 55. Hey, 45 and 55. Then again, 45 and 50. 50, 50, 55. 45, 55. Got to be $10 bids now. 45, 55. Hey, 45. 55, 55, 55, 55, we're again 65, 55, 65, 60, 70, I'll take it just to even it out.
Sean doesn't normally wear a suit, so I kind of just said, look at sharp.
70 and 80, 70 and 80, gotta be $10 bids now, 80, 70, 80, 70 and 80, 80, 90, 80 down 90, double it again, go, 80, 90, 80, 90, 80 down 90, 80 and 90.
That's fun, everybody likes the Coke Santa.
Down 90, double it again, 80 down 90, double it again, 90 where yes.
I think this is what's called a crossover piece. You have people who collect vintage trays, you have people who collect Coca-Cola, and you have people who collect Christmas items. That's why this is double the price the last one was, because it's got the three things going for it. And yeah, they overdid Coca-Cola stuff back in the 1980s and 90s. Same with Elvis and Marilyn Monroe and Betty Boop. All that is overdone. I don't remember where I got this from. But actually, the video games are a very much up-and-coming collectible. You'd be surprised how many people have this sort of stuff in their basement and don't know that it's worth money. Nintendo games, early arcade games. So this is an unusual one too, because they probably only made it for maybe 1 year or less, and then they moved on to a different style. So I think it's going to end around 130 or 140. I don't think it's going to go much. Yeah, 130. That's fine.
140, yes or no, and I sold it at 130. The money 64.94. Stayed in Edmonton, and a set of antique Western.
Oh, these were kind of cool because they're cowboy.
Let's see. On these bookends, there you go. We got 30 to go, 40. Hit 30 and 40, 30, 40.
Well, not cowboy, I guess.
Bid it again, 40, I'll bid it again, 30 down, 40, I'll bid it again, 35. I'll do it now, 35. Hit 30 down, 35, 35, 35. Up to you.
Those are, you imagine the kid with all his Western books in the 1950s having those on his shelf. Those hardbound Whitman sort of cowboy books.
One more time. Hit, going to be down 35.
Could use those to hold all my Western comics together if I would have kept them.
30 to money, 64.30. Going to Missouri. And here we go on.
This was a neat piece. This is a little watchmaker's cabinet. The top flips up on it. I guess I can click on it. The top flips up for storage, and each drawer, see how it's all numbered? That's for putting your watches inside of. That's for putting an individual watch or pocket watch. People buy these for crafting, organizing things. People buy these for putting war medals in. That's why it's a couple $100. Probably worth a few hundred, like 300 or more. But honestly, it's not a huge piece, so $200, that's fine. And again, another antique dealer buying it. So you know if an antique dealer is buying it, she knows that there's room left on it.
Sold it at $263.84.
Here we go. Here's some Mary Borgstrom stuff coming up.
2027, Mary Borgstrom pot with glass and signed.
This piece actually sold at the last sale and went to the wrong person. They sent it back to me, and now we're reselling it so that we can invest that money back into the shop. So, oh, they're showing the video of me with the pot, but that's not the one that's up. We're on this one right here. That one. There it is. That's the one that's going up.
450 and 5. That's no money for these. These are highly collectible. 450.
Actually, yeah, Mary's stuff is going up. I'm probably going to regret selling off the last of my stuff because all of her stuff is going up in value right now. Somebody will say 10 years from now, they'll say, I hope you kept some because you could retire. And I'll be like, I had all of it.
$450 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 5.
But
$450 without 5.
What's $450? That's probably close to getting a window put in the store.
We'll never see these at auction ever again.
Actually, that's true.
455. Hit 450 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 500 over it again. 450, 475. Up to you. Hit 450, 475. Where yes or no at 475.
Yeah, it's a good investment piece for somebody. The real beauty is right there. That round pot, the high polish one. That's the 500.
Nowhere near the value. 500. 5 and a quarter. Hit 5 and 5 and a quarter.
Her pot, and that's a good size pot actually.
All day, yes or no. Hit 500 and 5 and a quarter. One more time. 500's all of it. Need 5 and a quarter to go. Yes or no at 5 and a quarter and a half. 5 and a quarter. 5 and a half.
Somebody was saying you might have lost $20,000 on the Picasso, but you have to remember at a high-end auction house, it would have sold for twice the amount of money, but their commission rate is 50%, where I got 10% on that pot from this auction. So at the end of the day, I actually got probably exactly the same as what I would have with the big auction house. You have to keep those things in mind when you're selling too.
550 now. 575. Yes or no.
Oh, Mary, there goes one of your pots.
Going to Iowa.
Thanks, JD12130. We appreciate it.
And here we go on the next one. There you go. On another Mary Borgstrom pot. This one is unglazed.
This is a test pot that she did. So this would be one where she was experimenting. She was trying a different shape, a different form, and she didn't glaze this one, but it is an early piece. $160 is pretty cheap. There it goes. Oh, went up $20. I found all these wrapped in paper, all this stuff buried in that house. I'm so glad that her art is being loved and admired. I can't even tell you how emotional I feel seeing this stuff sell. But it's time that it goes to somebody's house and they enjoy it.
Yes or no? 2 and a quarter is all of it. 250. Gotta sell it. 2 and a quarter without 250.
It's a nice piece. It's a good size too.
250.
I think she says something like it's a test piece on the bottom. Okay, the next one here is a really beautiful piece. This was at my house. This is one that I had kept. This is one that you would see. Whoa, $2,300. This is probably one of the best Borgstrom pieces that came out of that house, and this is one that I kept myself. She polished that thing for hours with the stone, hours and hours and hours. It's a primitive style. It's meant to look like an early indigenous or South American piece. That's the sort of thing that will likely end up in a long-term collection or museum. Beautiful spot.
27 and 28. And 27 and 28. 100 bid it again. 2800 bid it again. 27 and 28. 27 and 28. 100 down 9. 3,000. 31. 3 but now 3100 bid it again. 31. 31. 31. 3 but down 31. And 3 and 31. 31. 31 and 31. 100 bid it again. 3,000. 31. 100 bid it again. 31. You all done?
Sorry, I'm just trying to read some of the, just ignore, if there's any trolls on there, just ignore them, guys. That happens on these videos every once in a while. We're 3,000 bucks.
Last call. Hey, 3,031 and 31. Where? Yes.
Look at that. That's almost going for the same kind of price as the Salvador Dali. Doesn't that say something about Mary? Mary, I hope you're looking down on this and seeing how much people value your art and value what you did. I would never have guessed that the bull would go for, you know, almost as much as what that Salvador Dali went for. It is a beautiful piece, though.
33 and 3,400, but again 3,400, but again 34, 35, 34, but down 3,500. Hey, 34 and 35.
Wow.
35 and 3,600, but again 36.
Well, this is sure gonna push us in the right direction.
Yes, no, 36 and 7, 36 and 37. Hey, 36 and 3,700.
It's the sad thing about selling this stuff is that once it's gone, it's gone.
37 and 38. And 37's all of it, 3,800, but again 38, yeah, yes, no, 38, 37 and 38, up to you. 37's all of it, 38, 9, 38 and 39.
It's your turn.
38 and 39, 39
Wow.
and 39, 38 and 39, yes, no, 4, 39 and 4, and 39 and 4,000, and bid it again, 39 and 4 and 4,000. This bid is from Australia.
Australia.
39 and 4.
See, her work is going all over the world, everywhere. So for all of you that bid and won on something of Mary's before, look at what it's worth, guys. For all of you that are watching and invested the first time around when we did the other auction, look at what it's going up to. Her pieces, I'm telling you, her pieces are going up in value. We still have a few more later in the sale that are going to be going up for sale, but there is demand for her work, I'm telling you. It's beautiful. There's a reason why she was a world-renowned artist. Oh my goodness. She's now officially at the same price as a Salvador Dali woodcut. Look at you go, Mary. Mary, look at you go. And you know, when she first sold her stuff in the 60s and 70s, she was selling them for $20 to $50 a piece. You know, they were, and that was considered kind of expensive, buying it right from the artist back then.
43, yes or no? Janine, you're out. 42, 43.
Wow.
Last call. 4,300 and 4. 43 and 44.
43. Surpassed Salvador Dali, Mary.
43, 44. 43 and 4,400.
Boy, I sure hope all of you that are watching that ended up buying some of her art, the first sale, you know that you got an investment. Yeah, Mary's is more rare. Mary's stuff is more rare because it was all lost for 40 years. It was all lost. And each piece was different. There was only, you know, one of a kinds. I think the only thing she made a couple of were those little centennial flowers. But boy, we are seeing some solid numbers out of this for sure. I think the money that I lost on the Rover, Mary's giving me back right now in her pot. So grateful for that.
Up to you. Got to sell it. 4,647.
That's Canadian, Janine. That's Canadian funds.
Yes or
So
no?
you probably saved like $1,000 off the price. 4,600.
Last call.
Woo!
Yes or no?
Okay.
46 and about 4,700, and I sold at 4,600, 62.34. Going to North Carolina. And
Thank you all.
On the next one, and
Holy cow.
We have another
This now,
Peggy here pot.
Peggy here was a contemporary of Mary's. Mary had kept this one and she said it was really hard. She told me she kept this one because it was very difficult for Peggy to get that glaze, that finish, and the brightness that she got out of that clay. And so Mary thought this was a very special piece. And this is not by Mary, but a friend of Mary's.
Should be worth that all day long.
So if Mary thought it was cool and rare and kept it, you know it's a cool piece. Peggy here's art is also going up in value, but this came from that collection. This came out of the Potter's house. I found it, and now it's going to find a new home. Boy, guys.
400 again, 350 and 4 and 4 and 400. Yes or no? 400. Last call. 350 down 4. Yes or no? 400 and a half. 450. Hey, 4 down 4.5.
I'm just gobsmacked.
400 and a half.
I'm just watching. Yeah, and to think all of this was almost lost. All of this was nearly bulldozed or burnt or lost forever. A twist of fate, me going to that house, and we ended up saving all this beautiful stuff. Boy, Janine if she's in Arizona maybe, or Australia, Janine is bound and determined to get some cool pottery today. So all the power to you, Janine.
4 1/4 is all I'm in. Need 450. Hit 4 1/4 and a half. One more time. At 450. Yes or no? 450. Gotta sell it. 4 1/4 down 450, and I sold it at 4 1/4.
High five, Janine, you got it.
And that's from Australia, wasn't it? Yes. And here it is, another one.
Now this next piece,
Borgstrom,
it's what it is, guys.
impression in clay.
She grabbed the clay and she squeezed it, and that's Mary's hand. If you held it and wrapped your hand around it, you'd be holding Mary's hand. So she held the clay, she formed her hand around it, and then she glazed it. So when you put your hand in that piece and you fit the finger marks and you fit your palm the right way, you're actually holding Mary's hand. It looks weird, but that's what it is. You can hold that and you're holding Mary's hand. It's a really, really cool piece.
200, I'll win it again, 175 and 2 and 2 and 2. Hey, 175's all a biddy, 200, where you're the game, 200. Last call. Hey, 175's all a biddy, 200, 2 1/4, 200 and a quarter, 200 and a quarter, win it again, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 200 and a quarter, win it again, 2 1/4. Up to you. Hey, 2 1/4, yes or no? Hey, 2 1/4. Last call. 200's all a biddy, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4 and a half, 2 1/4 down 250. At 2 1/4 down 250, 250, 250, 275, 250, 275. At 250 and 275 and 275 and 275 and 275 and 250 and 275. One more time. 250 is all I'm bidding. 275.
Katuri, it's your
Yes or
turn.
no? 275. At 250 and 275, 275. Last call.
Okay, we'll see.
Yes or no? 250 is all I'm bidding. 275.
Hard to fire something like that in an open rock coup pit too.
250 and 275. Yes or no?
Harold,
Go
look at
back
your
in.
address
Now's
and
the
two.
time. 250, 275. Hit 250 and 275.
This one's quite personal
275.
to Mary because you are actually holding her hand. You can fit your hand inside of the impressions.
300. Hit 275 and 300, 300, 300.
There we go.
Quarter, 3 down, 3 1/4.
This is live, guys. If you're watching this right now with me, the 3,200 of you that are watching, this is live.
One more time at 3 1/4. Hit 300
And yes, the Potter's house is rented out right now. For those of you asking, we have tenants in the house. We'd love to sell it. We'd love to find a new owner for the home, but you know, everything happens at the right time for the right reason.
350, 350, 350. At 350, 3 1/4 down 350. We're gonna gain 75. 350, 375. 350, 375, 375, 375. Hit 350's all I'm bidding. 375. One more time at 375. Yes or no? 375. Gonna sell it. Hit 350 and 375.
There we go.
Yes or no? 350.
Only Mary could squish a piece of clay with her hand, fire it, and glaze it. But she's an interesting lady. She did different things outside the box.
Here we go. On and
Okay.
another Mary Borgstrom.
This is a really cool one, guys. And frankly, I thought this would be the big seller at the sale. I had this at my house for a while. I had it on display at the store. I found we have the original sketch for it. We have a picture of Mary taking it out.
Your collection, this is it.
475.
Yeah, that's actually Mary right there taking that out of her backyard fire pit. And then there's the pot itself. That's the most complete piece that I had because it has the sketch, the picture, and the pot. You know, if that ended up being at a museum, that's how you want to find it. You want to find it intact. Sketch, her taking the pot out, and then the pot itself. See, I thought this one would be like in the thousands. 550 is dirt cheap.
600.
There we go, 600.
600, 6 1/4. Hit 600 and a quarter. Win it again. 6 1/4, 6 1/4, 6 1/4, 600 and a quarter. At 6 and a down, 6 1/4. One more time. 600 and a quarter and a half. 6 1/4 down half. 75. 650, 675. Hit 650 and 675 and 675 and 675 and 675. 650 down 675.
Yeah, see, that's
This is a museum quality piece.
it is.
700, 700.
It's literally the museum in her hometown has a whole display dedicated to Mary. I donated a whole bunch of Mary's glazes and pots and her kiln and her pottery wheel. Everything that I donated to the museum in her hometown. So literally, they do have her items in museums.
The most complete set we've ever seen.
It is.
775, 800, 8 1/4. 8 and 8 and a quarter. Where did again? 8 to the Dali. 8 and a quarter.
Yeah.
8 and a quarter. 8
You're not gonna find it. You know how hard it was me to find that sketch? I found the pot, and then a week later I found the picture, and then probably a week after that I found the sketch and a pile of other sketches. It was almost impossible. It's like the unicorn scenario for me to find all of these things.
Up to you. Last call.
If I was allowed to bid in this auction, I'd probably be bidding right now.
Yeah, that's a good. The last one just sold for 4,100, and this one is definitely an equal to it. And it's intentionally shaped like this. She loved primitive looking pieces. She was a primitive potter. That's why it looks the way it does.
950, 8,000, 950, need 1,000, yes or no?
Provenance, yes. You could say it's Provenance.
I'll get it again, 950 down 1,000, one more time, and 950, need 1,000, yes or no? 1,100, Canada down 11, and
Oh, Mary's a name.
1,100,
Somebody said Mary's not really a name yet, but she is definitely becoming a name.
1,100.
She was a name in the 60s and 70s, and then she was gone for a while, but now she's back.
11, 12.
Now she is back.
12, 11 and 12, 11 and 12, 11 and 12, 1,100, all of it, need 1,200, open it again, 11 around 12, 12, 12, 12, where, yes or no, 12, 11, 12.
Okay.
11 and 12, 1,100. Need
We'll see how it does.
1,200. Last call for 1,200, yes or no, 1,100, 1,200, 1,100.
That's a bargain.
1,200, open it again, 11 and 12, 11 and 12, 11 and 12.
Provenance,
Last call.
I think that's, yeah.
11, 12, 13, 1,200, 13, 8, 12 and 13 and 13 and 13 and 13.
Oh, Mark is asking any update on the rare journal I had. I sold that rare, the Journal of the Irish Lord that I had. I sold that privately to a friend of mine who was a military collector. When we were shut down for 2 months, that piece helped keep us going for a little bit. So we sold it. It found a private owner. Neat piece.
Last chance to own
Oh.
a museum quality piece from Mary Borgstrom with complete provenance with the most complete.
Yeah, he's saying Providence. It's Provenance, but that's okay. He means well.
1,300, 14, hit 13 to be down, 1,400, win it again, 14. Last call, 13 down, 1,400, gonna sell it, 13 to be down, 14. Up to you at 1,400.
We're getting there, guys.
Yes or no?
14. Oh, 1,400. Oh.
14 to be down, 15.
I wonder what he says in between talking.
1,500, but again, 15.
That's all, folks. It's like Porky Pig should be an auctioneer.
15 and 16 and 16 and 16. I'll get it again, 1,600. I'll get it again, 1,600.
Picasso went for just over 26,000,
For 1,600. Yes
and then they
or
take
no?
the commission off of that.
1,500 without 16.
Chris, it's your
16, 1,600. I'll get it again, 16.
Chris Labossiere,
Last call.
you're missing.
1,500 all of it,
A blink of an eye, and that the other one went for 4,100. So it's a good deal.
Sold it.
There it is.
55.21. Go to Maryland. And
That was a good price on that, actually. Okay, guys, I'm gonna flip it around. The typewriter is not mine. I'll comment on it though. I'm gonna pause there. Okay, this piece isn't mine. That's somebody else's. But the reason it has that long carriage is because that would be doing like journal entries or ledger entries. The next few pieces, I've got some other stuff coming up here, so I'll let you guys decide. I'm gonna flip this back around. You guys want me to stay on for like another couple items, or do you want me to end the live feed and then sort of give you an update after everything is all said and done? Sally says stay for a little bit. Stay. Okay. All right. Fine. I'll flip it back around. We'll stay on for a little bit longer. If you guys are having fun, I'm having fun too. This is a little piece that I was in somebody's garage, and he wanted to sell me the nuts and bolts inside of it, and I think I maybe paid $100 for it. So $225. It's not a huge piece, but it is pretty cool. It has all these little markings on it that was out of a general store, and it was a hardware, like for nails and nuts and bolts or whatever. But anyway, so he made $100 on that. This was just a crazy thing that I picked up because it was decorative. There it is. Just a decorative sort of coffee pot. Don't ask why I bought it. I wouldn't normally buy something like that, but I looked at it and I thought, you know, if you put it on display in your house or a restaurant or something, it would look cool. Actually, if you had a coffee shop, darn it, I should have kept that thing and put it on display on a shelf when we built our little shop next door. Ah, well, I can find another.
6360, going to Maryland.
This next one's a weird piece.
And here we go on 36.
Don't ask why.
Taxidermy parakeet
It's a
with
stuffed
cyan
bird
bird,
in a little triangular
cage,
cage
nose,
thing.
like cage,
Who
like
knows?
this. Have a look here. We're gonna get
I was
you
probably at
five,
somebody's
and
house
here we
and
go. What, 150,
I was almost at
45,
somebody's
50,
house and
45 and 50,
well, I was at
50
somebody's
and
place and
50
picked that up just because it was
50,
weird.
45 and 50,
Sometimes I just buy odd stuff and look, other people buy weird stuff too.
45 and 50 and 50,
I'm fine with
50,
45 bucks for that,
45 and
frankly.
50.
I don't know what I paid, maybe 25 or 30. You know, you don't double your money on everything, but yeah, my dad's Beatles poster did sell. I think it went for 110 or 120 dollars, somewhere around there. So this is a little replica of a shipbuilder's half hull. So it's carved wood. They would have used things like this at the offices when they were building the ship itself. That's a replica. It's not super big, but it's a cute little thing. If you're decorating with a nautical theme, it's fun. 20 bucks is cheap. It's fine. It's probably would have sold new for 100, somewhere around there. It's not from 1836. I think we clearly put replica on there. Okay. So I'm gonna stick it out until we get to the punch clock, guys, and then I'll do kind of a recap with you. Don't ask why. It's actually expensive to get stuff taxidermied. This isn't mine. Just an old trunk. I come across these all the time. 50, 60 bucks is about what it's worth. So. Has somebody done a running tally yet to see where I'm at so far? I feel like it's about 45,000 bucks or so.
Sold it 50 to money, 65.53.
Oh, here's my poor little collie. Though the amount of people who wanted me to ship this to them, the only problem was the nose had a crack in it. Yeah, he had a repair to the nose. It's a chalkware piece. Ha. Yeah, you wouldn't find a 1940s dog in that good a condition, a real one. I paid $350 for that thing, if you can believe it. And it's at 90 bucks. I'm going to lose money on this one, folks. I have a feeling. It's really cool. It's actually life size. It's the size of a real collie. But you don't see giant chalkware statues too often.
One more time. Yes or no?
Taking the obedience pose.
Yeah, 90, 100. 90 down.
This one was not a moneymaker, but there we go. It's gone.
Sold it at 90 money, 64.44.
That's fine. That was one of those things that I liked it more than I guess the next person did, but that's okay.
Punch clock, English made.
This should be a $500 or $600 piece at least. And I'll tell you, this punch clock actually still works too. I've wound it. Keeps perfect time. This 225 is way too low on this piece.
Yes or no? 100-year-old, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 8, 2 1/4.
People might not know how big this thing is. It's a large piece.
250. Yes or no? Last call, 2 1/4 is all I'm bidding. Need 250. 8, 2 1/4.
White chocolate, looks like you want to bid.
2 1/4 down 250.
Boy, this one's going cheap, guys.
2 1/4 and a half. One more time. 2 1/4 down 250, 250, 250. Where? Yes or no? 250.
That's cheap.
250.
That went for about half.
Sold it. 2 1/4.
Half Canadian what it's worth anyway.
And here we go on the next one. That's a Thundercat.
And then we get into some toys and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna pause it here, guys.
25, 30, 25 and 30.
I'm gonna pause this and flip it around. Okay. All right. So, this sale, you guys see me buying and selling stuff. Well, you see me buying more than selling. You see me buying all the time. You don't see me selling very often because, you know, a lot of times people are in my store, they don't want a camera in their face when I'm buying stuff. I guess I could ask them sometimes, like Diecast Dave or Bob. Sometimes I can show what they're picking up. But an auction like this is a way for me to get some money back, to put money into different things, and then you really hope that you're going to make some profit on things. So overall, we are doing quite well. We are about halfway to my goal, very close to being, well, I guess we are more than halfway to my goal. My goal is 80 and we're at 45. We're doing pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is I might do this auction sale in 2 parts because there's a lot of sort of stuff that is mixed in. I'm just looking to see what lot numbers the rest of Mary's stuff starts reappearing at. I think the sale starts getting interesting again with some of my other items. Where's the rest of Mary's stuff at? I'm trying to find it. I'm looking right now to see what lot numbers they are. I might do a two-part. I might come back on and do a second part here. Oh, somebody said $48,000 so far. Isn't that crazy? I had all this stuff here. I'm stressing about putting this building up and stressing about not having money, and then I just think, I guess I could sell a bunch of things, right? So we decided to do this big auction sale, and I don't want to say fundraise because it's not like I'm asking people to spend more than the stuff is worth. I'm just selling things that I own, but I am raising this money to put towards the put towards the purchase of our building. So we are Melissa's. I'll give Melissa a phone call today. She is on at the farm with her mom and with the kids. Maybe I'll do a vote. Do you guys want me to stay on and do this for a little bit longer, or do you want me to log off and then come back and do a part two? I almost feel like I should do a part two video because there's going to be a long lull where some less than interesting things are selling. But ultimately, we can stick around if you want to stick around. Stay on. Okay, stay on. All right. Okay, guys. Apparently, you want this to be a long live feed with me. I'll take a minute here to answer some questions. I guess maybe I'll tell you a couple things too. The building is stalled once again. We started getting the water lines and stuff put in for the building, and the city asked us to redesign one of our walls. So we're redesigning one of our walls. They wanted it to be metal or steel stud instead of wood frame on the wall facing my neighbor's building. It's not just as easy as changing it on the blueprints, which is already done. You have to have an engineer put an engineer stamp on it. So then you have to get a scheduled time with them, engineer it, get it sent in, get the city to approve it, and then we can start construction again. But things are going to start ramping up really quickly. I am really, really hoping that we are going to have enough money. We basically need about 80 grand to put the building up to get it so it'll lock, have walls and a roof. And this is a step in the right direction. The sale of the comic books will definitely help too, but we're trying our very hardest to make this all come together. It's what you do, folks. You buy stuff, you hope that you invested in the right things, you spend all your money for years and years, and you do auction sales like this where you sell things and hope that it comes back to you and that you can do something with it. So Janine says she almost got the Picasso. Janine, I would have loved for you to have the Picasso. You just missed it by $250. So Janine, if you're on the live feed too and you're bidding, by the way, thank you for your bids, Janine. It's much appreciated. If you're on the live feed and you're also bidding at the same time, I appreciate all of you watching and sticking with our channel for these sorts of things. And we are going to flip it back around in a minute or so here, and we'll check and see how some things are doing. Right now, it's just some of the action figures that are selling. But lot 2069 picks up again with some of our items, and we should be getting into like the pedal car, the Gene Autry guitar. There's some other cool stuff coming up, so we'll stick with it. Let's see. Oh, and as we're chatting right now, I'm getting a text from Sean, who's telling me that somebody has a bunch of antiques that are at their house and they want me to go. So I guess I've got another pick to go on. So let's turn the auction back on. That's all, folks. So these are just some little action figures that are selling.
Back at 10, 15. At 10, 15.
You know,
for some reason your bid escaped us, but
there we go. 15, so these sort of things are probably going to go for under $20. Not as exciting as watching a $4,000 Mary Borgstrom pot sell.
Last call, 15 and 20, yes or no.
I'm going to flip over to this screen here. And we're going to try and find out where Mary's other lots are.
Look here, 50, 60, 50 and 60.
We get into, there's a lot of neat stuff, by the way. Autographed Luftwaffe stuff, Roy Rogers and Dale Evans signed picture, Mary Pickford autographed 8x10, 110-year-old violin with case. That's a cool piece. This was really low, actually. $160 is cheap for a high quality sextant. It's a German-made sextant. That's cheap. What are they bidding on? Oh, this is the Batman tumbler car. That's what that is. You can't see it, but that's what it is. Okay, let's see if we can find Mary's pottery, her other stuff in here.
40, yes or no if you want it. 30, 40, 30, 40, yes or no at 30, $40 where, and I sold it 30 20, 6602. And here we go.
Okay, so lot 2113. Oh, actually, this is another one to watch right here. This has not come up yet, guys. This is an exceptional piece. That crack in there is from firing. It's not damaged. That crack in this pot is from firing. This even has its original card. That is going to be coming up later today. That's lot number 2114. So if Janine, you missed out on one before, I'm just going to chat about the Mary piece here. So let's talk about some of the other exceptional items that are coming up. Mary's pot, this one that's coming up for sale. This black bowl, it has her original card that goes with it. You can see, what did Mary think of it? Value or price? NFS, not for sale. Artist, Mary Borgstrom. This is the original gallery display card that Mary had with this piece. That is beautifully done. And her black bowl or black pottery, that should be, $3,000-$4,000 too when that goes. Another one that I had at my house here that, we decided to put through auction. But, with these sort of things, you just don't know. I'm gonna flip the, look at the funny little things that are selling, this little guy here. I'm gonna talk to you, and I'm gonna walk and talk for a second here, and I'm gonna show you the Mary pieces I do have at my house. Oh, sitting in that chair for a while, my back's starting to get sore. Okay, so for those of you watching, I don't bring a whole lot of stuff home, but when I do, it has to be something kind of special. The Steiff Bear has not sold yet. For those of you that were asking, the Steiff Bear is not gone yet. I still have that, and I'm going to turn the light on in my little showcase here. I'm going to flip it around. So this is my little showcase that I've got going on with some of my fun things, like the Gamma truck. Remember, I found this truck and I put it all together from pieces that were found in the potter's house. There is the Peruvian whistling jug that if you fill with water and kind of blow into it at the right time, it actually whistles and it comes out of this guy's little face here. Found that in Mary's house. Decided I felt that was something I wasn't quite ready to sell at the time. So there's some special little things. Oh, for those of you that are into cameras, the Walter William Teague gift set. There's a Rolleiflex, I think, back there somewhere. It's my dad's poor howdy doody when he was a kid. It's seen better use. I have to fix that. But look, I've got one of Mary's pots right there, and I have one of Mary's spheres. I have it kind of nestled back there just to keep it safe. But this was the most beautiful sphere that I found in that house. There's her signature on it right there, the M with the underscore. And yeah, I did. So for those of you asking, did you keep anything of Mary's? I kept the most, one of the more beautiful vases that she made. So yes, I do have some of Mary's pottery. I'm going to find a proper standard display case for that. Like if you're saying, well, what's it doing with some toys? That's just there until I find a better home for it. It's up there so my kids, here I'm trying to keep it away from my kids and I put it with a bunch of toys, but they know this is Dad's toys. There we go. Okay. So let's flip back around. So I'm going to head back over to the computer screen now. This is kind of a long live feed. So I'll do my best to keep you guys entertained throughout this. I am just right now scrolling to see what lot number we're on. Okay, here we go, guys. We'll flip it back around. I'll get you back into our stand. And there we go. Somebody's saying, well, how many lots do I have in the auction right now? Close to 500. Close to 500 lots are in the auction at the moment. So, okay, I think when we get to, yeah, the Coleman steam iron, it gets back to some of my stuff around here. Coleman steam iron, the suitcase, the Beetlejuice figure, pedal car. So I'll stick through it. There's so much cool stuff at the sale. Honestly, if you want to watch, just log into Kastner Auctions, KAuctions.ca. You can log in there, and you can watch live yourself too.
250 and 275, yes or no, and I Sold them at 250. 5703. The buyer on the next
Okay,
one.
we're just waiting a few more lots and we're gonna get into some other stuff here.
Action
Okay.
Here we go.
What I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm going to let's see, we're on lot 2063 right now. This is just action figures. We got a few to go. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pause this. All right. Okay. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to log out, and then we'll do a part 2 video of this in a little bit. So if you want to log back in later and watch the part 2, I'll probably be back on, I would say, like in about a half hour, an hour. I'll find out what lot number. I think when Mary stuff starts to come up, that's what I really want to watch is where Mary stuff comes back up again. So we'll take a break, guys. I'm going to log out, and we'll log back in and do a part 2 coming soon. So far, close to $50,000 in sale just from this. It's only been an hour and 15 minutes. An hour and 15 minutes, $50,000 worth of merchandise is sold. This is crazy. This is intense. This has been years of hard work to make this come together. So we'll log back out, we'll log back in. So I'll say bye for now, but we're gonna say see you soon because I'll be logging back on in a bit. So grab a coffee, grab some lunch, and join us again for part 2. I'll post the time on Facebook and on YouTube, but you'll see it pop up again. When we get close to Mary stuff, we'll see what that goes for. So we'll see you guys soon. Part 2 will follow right after this, and see you in a bit. Bye for now.